All right, guys, what's up, everyone? Sean Taggy here, Chief Operating Officer and Partner in Memphis Investment Properties. Today, I'm going to be talking about your credit score and how it affects your real estate investments and what you can do to improve it. So let's dive on in. All right, guys, so your credit score. It's really important, but also not like extremely important necessarily if it's not perfect for investing in real estate, especially turnkey. So what you're going to want to do, number one, I'm not a lender, a mortgage lender, or anything like that. Consult a mortgage lender. We have lots of preferred lenders. Talk with them. But a general gist for credit score and how it can really help you out in your real estate investing. First off, the higher your credit score, the better interest rate you're going to get, and maybe terms and things like that. Like we got less down payment and things like that. For when you're buying a rental property, which really adds up, especially if you're going to hold on to the property for the course of years. Typically, the best credit score you're going to want to shoot for is around 760 plus. That's like the last tier. Before anything else above that, you're going to get the same best premium interest rate. Okay, now it's okay. You don't need to wait, kind of that analysis paralysis. You don't need to wait until you have that great credit score. If you're at a 680 plus, you're probably good to go. And I believe the minimum is around the 630, 650 FICO score to even get a rental property. So obviously if you're below that, you're gonna wanna listen to this video, or if you're somewhere in the middle there, you're gonna wanna listen to this video because it really will help you dive into how you can improve that credit score. So I've used my credit score a lot, right, in real estate investing, getting several loans, dozens, hundreds of loans throughout my career here in real estate. But the general gist is you just need to have, especially credit cards nowadays, most of them give you like a free FICO score every month, and they kind of let you know what's going on. I have a Capital One Venture credit card, and that one really helps me out because it lets me kind of have adjustments and theoretically state, hey, if I paid down this debt, how would that affect my credit score? Or if I got another line of credit or something, or a new inquiry, how that would affect my credit score. But the things that make up your credit score are this. So first off, 35% of that credit score is made up of your payment history. So that's the most important one to be watching. And I also think it's the easiest if you're a general, just kind of accountable person that's on top of things. It's pretty easy to just make all your payments, right? Put those on auto pay or just monthly. You're like, hey, I'm gonna pay everything, swipe through it. That's what I do. I just look through each one just so I have a gist of where I'm at on everything, pay all my credit cards and all of my car loans or mortgage payments, and just make sure they're in good standing. So payment history, do not miss a payment. It really drops you down and slaps you and stays on there for a long time. So just pay all your payments on time. Pretty easy. Second thing that is very important is 30% of it goes to the amount owed, okay? So, and this also affects your debt to income from when qualifying for a mortgage. So what you're gonna wanna do is stay 30% or below your credit utilization. I actually would even suggest 10% or 0%. Ideally, if you really wanna bump it up to 800, and what I've seen, it's like really easy. I had it at, one time I had a credit utilization at 35, and it's just simply because I didn't pay my credit card before they like reported it to the credit unions. So I would just pay my credit card instead once a month. I pay it twice a month, and that just put the limit down. And all of a sudden, my credit score went from like 750 up to 800 because my utilization was less. So, and that's based off like basically all your credit cards. If you have, 10,000 limit and you have 3,000 balance on there and you carry that over every month, it's going to drop your credit score. So a couple ways around that for amount owed and your utilization and all of that is get a couple credit cards, right? I get some free credit cards every 6 months or so and get that extra great 0% interest bonus on there and like sign-on bonus if I spend $1,200 the first couple months. So I'm just getting free couple $100 every 6 months from just using a credit card as I would and pay it off every month. Because that will open up also if you have several credit cards and now you have a 100 grand limit or 50 grand limit and you're spending 3 grand or 5 grand a month or whatever it is, your utilization is less. That's only a few percentage versus 30% as it was before. So that's what you can do to really help that, are those little strategic ways. Okay, so another thing affecting it is your length of credit history. So can't really control this one too much, except for you can help this out with your kids. You can get them started on a credit card early. I don't know, I actually haven't looked into this. My kids are only 4 years old, but maybe you can start a joint credit card with them when they're 12 or 16, whatever that limit is, and that can start building their credit history. My mom was really smart and wise. She got me a credit card, I believe, when I was like 18 or 19 or something, and so that's helped me out. Now I have a length of history of 12 years. So they really just based off your oldest account. So also look at your credits, look at all your credit cards. Which one was the oldest one? Do not cancel that credit card. Keep that one on there so that way you have a long credit history. Okay. Then another one is 10% is based on new credit. So some people are all scared about this. Oh, I don't want to pull out so many things or get my thing pulled so much. It's only 10% getting new credit. So I would rather get loans that are good debt locked in this fixed interest rate right now. And also, those people, in my opinion, kind of those people bragging, oh, I have a 800, 850 credit score, which you can get actually pretty easily. I also think you don't want like a perfect credit score, because that means you're not using it and you're not leveraging your credit, right? You're not leveraging and using these great loans. If you need a couple dings on your credit, a couple pulls, not bad dings, but a couple pulls, hard pulls, to show that you're getting real estate and getting loans and utilizing this great depth. I go about that on my 5 currencies of the wealthy. One of the currencies is your credit. There's time, there's relationships. Money is one of the currencies as well that the wealthy use. Okay, so yeah, new credit. So just, you don't want hundreds of new accounts, dozens of new accounts every year, but 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 a year is not too bad. Then also another one is your credit mix. So maybe you might want to consider having a car loan, a mortgage, and a credit card on your name. Maybe even just a low car loan. I actually strategically have a small car balance. I don't suggest buying a nice brand new big 80 grand, 100 grand car, but even if I could pay a car, 10, 15, 20 grand all cash, maybe get a little car loan to show that you're paying that, because it helps with your credit mix. I also have some mortgages always for real estate and my credit cards. That's showing them that, hey, I'm good at and responsible at paying many different things and good at managing debt. Also, selling off like a property after 5 years, which I did recently, helps showing that, hey, I can pay this off, pay off this big, I had a 60 grand loan on a property, paid that off. So those are pretty much the things around your credit score. Yet again, shoot for that 680 to get a rental property or more. 720 is also a cutoff to a little bit better interest rate. And I'm talking like 0.125% better interest rate, maybe 0.25 to your loan. It's not the biggest end of the world getting up to that 760 plus, but it is something to shoot for. And also, yet again, you don't want a huge, great, awesome one, because that means you're not using your credit. And leveraging your time, leveraging your money to buy real estate. And as we know, leverage helps hedge against inflation. And as we know, I think inflation is going to happen and is going to keep occurring. So locking in rates at today's dollar, and that loan, you're still paying it based on what that today's dollar was years ago, is going to really help you. So hopefully that helps you out with credit score, gets you rolling. Let me know any comments or thoughts you have on this. Thank you so much for checking out our videos. Smash that subscribe button. Click that bell. If you haven't already, you better do it right now. Thank you.